This is the first tournament for many new top couples. Paquito Chingoto or Alex Tello, among other new couples, are gonna start playing this week. However, Lebrón and Galán, top one team in the world, are not gonna play. Is the number one in danger? Yes, because the difference could be less than 2,000 points after the World Padel Tour Granada. So do you want to know everything about this World Padel Tour? Hello to all players, I'm Pablo and I welcome you to a new 4Set. Let's go to analyze every key of the tournament and let's start with the first one, that is playing in Granada. This World Padel Tour Granada is the first stop of the World Padel Tour in Spain this season. UAE, Qatar, Argentina, Chile and Paraguay have been the lucky ones previously. And that is a clear reflection of the internationalization of padel. To the joy of many players, Granada will be an indoor tournament where the sun and the wind will not have an effect. However, Granada has a higher altitude compared to Madrid or Valladolid, 740 meters. That means that we should expect in this tournament a fast court. Can that benefit Coello and Tapia in the race to reach the number one position? Well, this is the next key to analyze because, as I said before, Lebrón and Galán are not gonna play this tournament. The first thing to know is why? Well, because both players are injured. Lebrón is still injured in his forearm since Paraguay and in fact has not touched the ball since then. Galán has a fibular rupture in his leg that will keep him out from 2-3 weeks. Everything points to the fact that they will arrive to the next World Padel Tour Brussels just in time. Or at least that is what they need to do to don't lose chances to fight for the number one in the world. Don't forget that Coello and Tapia have won every single World Padel Tour tournament this season, and that means they are 3,020 points ahead of Lebrón and Galán in the race. And if they win in Granada, that number will be 4,020 points. However, in the ranking the situation is quite dangerous also for the number ones. They will lose 1,000 points since the last year they won at this time, and they will not be able to defend that victory. So, and pay attention to this, if Coello and Tapia wins this World Padel Tour Granada will be less than 2,000 points away from the top 1 ranking position. I guess the difference between the race and the ranking is clear, but if not, let me know in the comments. The fight for the number one is red hot, and even more if we take in consideration the third key of this World Padel Tour Granada, that is the new couples. The one that gets more attention is Paquito and Chingoto, mainly because Paquito has finally decided to return to the left side of the court. He's living an atypical situation for him since in the 4 World Padel Tour tournaments he has not won a single match and is out of the top 50 of the race. Logically, there is still time to reverse that situation. But the first match of Paquito and Chingoto in Granada is not gonna be an easy one, as we will see in a moment. Subscribe to the channel those who supports Paquito and Chingoto this season. Paquito's former partner El Gato Tello, Juan Tello, joins Alex Ruiz in the pair with the highest average height of the top 8 couples. In addition to their skill smashing, it will be almost impossible for the opponents to pass them with a lob. However, remember that it's the first time for Tello to play with a left-hand player. Let's think that he will no longer have 100% of the responsibility for generating winners. Other new pairs that are gonna make their debut in the World Padel Tour Granada are Javi Garrido and John Sanz, Javi Rico, Leo Augsburger and Javi Leal, Juan Cruz Beluati. One of those that we could also consider as a new couple is Momo Gonzalez and Mike Yanguas. And with this, it's time to get to the crucial moment. It's time for the player to follow in the World Padel Tour Granada. So the next MVP in this tournament is gonna be Mike Yanguas. Not only because he will be hyper motivated to play in Granada in his home because Mike Yanguas is from Granada, but he comes from winning in his debut with Momo Gonzalez, another really great player. They have shown that despite not having trained together, their game styles complement each other really well. And that victory in Reus has catapulted their confidence to extreme levels. But now, how is the road to success in this World Padel Tour Granada for Momo and Yanguas and for the other couples? Well, in the case of Momo and Yanguas, they will have it difficult already in the first match against Victor Ruiz and Lucas Bergamini, and if they go through the rounds, they could find themselves in the quarterfinals against Coello and Tapia. The debut of Paco Chingoto won't be easy either against Augsburger Rico. Neither will be easy the debut of Garrido Sanz against Vela and Sancho. And of course, to finish off everyone's joke, it's time for my prediction of 0.5 success rate for the next World Padel Tour Granada. And when I say I'm betting big because I see Momo and Juan was reaching the final and beating Coello, Tapia and Chingoto Paquito. On the other side of the draw, the Super Pibes will shine again reaching the final. I know it's a pretty crazy bet, but we come here to play, right? Who do you think will reach the final? Leave your bet in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one.